You can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, it will still be helpful in some way. And so if you'd like to listen in a still position, just allow yourself to take all the time you need to arrive there. And let yourself fidget, adjust, stretch, or move in whatever ways your body wants to move. Just trusting your body's natural instincts of movements, not worrying at all about what anything looks like, but just coming fully into that sense of feeling and following those yummy sensations that you might feel when you do some neck rolls, shoulder rolls, side body bends, torso twists, cat-cow motions with the spine, just really anything at all that feels good in your body. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. And there's no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout this practice anytime you feel the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can make your way to a still position as you check in that the spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. And just take a moment now to mark your arrival into your practice today and into your body today with a full intentional cleansing breath. As you call in fresh, new air into the body, and watch yourself as you fill up to every corner and edge of you, getting as full as you possibly can get. As you hold that for a moment, when you are full, to just stay and experience this sense of fullness. And as you need to, slowly letting it all go. As you exhale bit by bit, and you gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to now experience the sense of emptiness, allowing your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And you can continue to breathe in this slow and exaggerated way for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. And if there is an area of acute, maybe physical pain present in the body, you can imagine that each time your body inhales, a little bit of light grows in that area of pain. And each time your body exhales, a little bit of dark smoke leaves that area, leaves your body. And just seeing if you can just pretend or just imagine that every breath your body takes is one of cleansing and healing. Imagining that every inhale brings you exactly what it is you need from the outside, and every exhale lets go of anything you no longer need from the inside. And just allowing your breath to act as a natural filter that it is. Trusting that anything that is meant to be within you will make its way there, and anything that is not meant to be within you will make its way out, all in due time. And at the same time, if there is pain present in the body, physical pain, mental or emotional pain, doing your best to soften around it, to allow it to be here, and to just let go of that heavy layer of resistance, which most of the time is all we have control over when it comes to pain. Sometimes the thickest layer of our suffering is all of those voices and feelings that want to run away, that want to numb or escape or drown out any of the negative things that we feel. And so if at any point you catch your body physically tightening and resisting, or your mind tightening and resisting, or running away to the past or to the future, you can just let your awareness of that resistance be a gift, be an opportunity for you to instead choose the opposite. Choose to soften instead. To simply allow the pain and the discomfort to exist, because it does. And no amount of running away from it will make it go away. And if we can learn to soften around the pain, it can release a very heavy layer of suffering that all of us will tend to put on ourselves, as we simply allow ourselves to be as we are. Remembering that every single time you show up for yourself or you check in on yourself, you will be different, because we are constantly changing, constantly evolving. And so just allowing yourself to show up and witness yourself in the current form you're in right now. Whether you like it or hate it. Seeing if you can let go of the opinions about how you are and instead just be who you are. Finding even a brief moment of acceptance, which does not mean that you like it or agree with it or want it to be this way. But that brief moment of acceptance can just mean and communicate to the body that we acknowledge reality. We acknowledge what is, which is the first and necessary step in any real change. And especially when it comes to pain, Sometimes the pain is just screaming to be felt, screaming to be heard, almost like a nagging child, where the more you ignore the child, the louder they get, the louder they scream, the more annoying and nagging they become. Versus if when you hear that nagging child voice that first frustration, giving that child attention and just checking in. Sometimes that alone can calm the child down. Just to be seen and heard, not even necessarily understood, but just to be felt can be so healing in itself. And also lowering expectations just a bit. Since life is not meant to be blissful and wonderful and amazing and magical all of the time. And if it was, it would be very boring, because if everything is always one thing, then that would be normal and mundane and boring. And so we can appreciate our lows and our pain and our suffering the same way that we appreciate all of our joys and passions and loves and connections. Because it is the extremes that allow for those feelings to even exist. We would not know true light if we did not know true darkness. And so you can take a moment right now to just communicate to your entire body. Through the next exhale your body takes, communicate a sense of release. Allow your breath to naturally move in and out, just like waves as they roll up along the shoreline, allowing for your soft, natural breath, as you will also allow all the muscles across your body and your face to ungrip from the bones, to release into the support of your skin. Remembering that you can trust your own anatomy. As you allow yourself to continue to feel, continue to soften into whatever it is you're feeling, as you listen to the following words written by Young Pueblo in his book, The Way Forward. And just allow anything that feels like it resonates to soak in a little deeper and not worrying about the rest. Four ways to remain in alignment. Don't listen to the feeling that you need to perform for others. Say no to situations that burn way too much of your energy. Surround yourself with people who love the authentic you. And let your intuition guide you, not your fears or your cravings. On feeling. The ability to feel is often seen as a burden combined with a blessing. It is not only one of the essential mediums that you use to navigate life and the world, but also where your greatest joys begin and your deepest sorrows take root. Heartache and happiness exist on different ends of the same spectrum of emotions. How you react to what you feel is often your greatest source of dissatisfaction and stress. More, your past and your present manifest themselves through your ability to feel. Your conditioning is not just something that is intellectual. It is also experienced through the sensations you feel in your body. How you feel often morphs from something that is meant to inform you into something that dominates the way you think and act. Healing and personal growth are grounded in establishing a new relationship with what you feel. The default for many is that they let their feelings make their decisions for them. This does not always yield the best results, because what you feel often dramatizes the narrative in your mind and leads you into making big decisions based on impermanent emotions. When you let your strongest emotions take center stage, it becomes easy to feed your own tension. Like when you react to your anger with more anger, which simply makes the tension you feel bigger and bigger. We often react to strong emotions by forgetting that the ever-present law of change ensures that what we feel in this moment will not last forever. A storm may be powerful, but no storm is endless. Giving space to what you feel is always valuable because it is an essential part of healing and letting go. But if you let it take control, then it will be too easy to fall into past patterns. Being with it is better than becoming it. There is a subtle space you should become more familiar with. The space where reclaiming your power is truly possible. The space where you can feel a fire burning within you without giving it more fuel. This spaciousness of mind becomes more available to you when you realize that your first reaction is just your past trying to recreate itself. Left unchecked, your reactions will keep you in a loop where you're looking at your present life through the lens of your past emotional history. If you keep giving power to your first impulse, then you will keep reacting the same way you have reacted in your past. This way of living leaves little room for growth and anything new to emerge. The challenge you face is building enough self-awareness so that you can actively and repeatedly say no to your past when it wants to take over. Saying no to your past doesn't mean suppressing it. It just means that you will let yourself feel what has come up. But you make the choice to allow your present self to remain the dominant force. The days of letting your old fears and anxieties make all the decisions for you are over. A new time has arisen where you are patiently creating room so that your present self can decide what actions will keep you on a path that is truly nourishing and liberating. It is time to let the past rest and fully embrace the present. Your capacity for happiness quietly expands whenever you let yourself sit with your sorrow. When darkness no longer scares you, your mind will be able to perceive more light. Each moment you spend tending to your old wounds makes space for new peace. Each moment of forgiveness gives you new, direct routes to joy. And when you decide to let yourself feel, unbind, and let go, you naturally start receiving life with gentler hands. And finally, the quest you take to free your heart from the past simultaneously elevates your future and improves your ability to love. So you can take the next few moments to allow every word and feeling you felt today to settle. And just trust that anything at all that you heard that resonated with you, struck a chord with you, or felt helpful in some way. Just trusting that that feeling sometimes comes when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allowing these truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition. And if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you feel this contact of your palms and fingers to one another, and welcome in a final deep, full breath into the body. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. So you take this moment now to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself